I want you to look at this video, and this mask thing has gotten so bizarre to me. Watch this.
I have just seen horrible things with these masks for the kids. In every school, I have not seen a single child wearing them correctly, or staff. And I've seen so much pain with them and suffering with just on a multifaceted level. We see the kids who are also having anxiety and having, depression in kindergarten and first, second grade that you just don't normally see. Something with they'll come in with just stomach aches and crying and having, nausea. I actually had a first grader come to me and say that she felt like something really bad was going to happen and that the mask made her feel scared.
Bobby, whatever people believe about masks, don't mask, coronavirus, whatever the case may be. Look, okay, if you were wrong in the beginning, that's fine. We're now far enough into this. These kids are not at risk. Why are we doing this to children? Setting aside the anxiety and stuff like that, what are we doing to their mentality? This is disgusting, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. And what we've seen, like you said, we've learned along the way, right? We see the data, and we know that as the lockdowns, as everyone was locked down, you know what went up? Drug use and depression and suicides. Now we're talking about little kids. And the other thing about masks, whether you think they work in the short term, obviously surgeons wear them, right? But they don't wear them all day. No one's expected to exist wearing a mask for the whole duration you're in school, day in and day out. Plus, we know the science that these kids aren't spreaders and they don't get it. So there's no reason to be doing this. The other day, Joe Biden and his wife were talking to a bunch of kids. They are in plexiglass. They've got masks on all day long. Of course, Biden was talking with his mask, but he's fully vaccinated. So what kind of message does that send? But for the kids, they need to be out there. They need to be playing. They need to have no masks and just be educated. I don't know what the teachers unions think they're doing with this. Maybe they're afraid of lawsuits. I don't know, but it's certainly not following the science.
I'm glad you brought up the teachers unions because that was actually going to be my next question. I understand that now this is a personal opinion. I'm not putting words in Bobby's mouth. I think teachers unions are absolutely disgusting and should be banned from the United States of America, as should the government school system. But I realize most people don't agree with that. However, I don't understand the connection between a teachers union and wanting to not have school. And if you have school, wanting to have all the kids in a plastic bubble. How does that help your communist teachers union?
Right, it's a good point because if you phrase it like that, the Communist Teachers Union, obviously they push this agenda. They want their left-wing indoctrination. They want all of that stuff, and we see that they've been getting it over the last couple decades. But this thing about, hey, we're teachers, but we don't want to teach. We don't want to be in school. We don't want to do what's best for the kids from a health perspective, from a socialization perspective. It makes absolutely no sense. But these people have a grip. They have a grip on this market. And the studies show, there's a study that just came out, shows that black students, they don't end up committing crimes if they get to go to charter schools, if they have school choice. Yet we want to keep them indoctrinated in these left-wing, poor-performing schools that now the teachers don't even want people to show up. It's ridiculous. But Jesse, I don't have an exact answer for that because you would think that teachers want to teach and they want to teach in person.
Bobby, are we seeing them? Now, it's never going to happen as fast as you or I would want, but are we seeing them slowly lose their grip on power over the education system because of COVID? I mean, you surely have a lot of parents out there who aren't exactly bloodthirsty right-wingers like us who are yanking their kids out of public school and putting them somewhere else because they want their kids getting an education. Aren't they going to emerge weaker from this no matter what?
Yeah, I absolutely think so. And it's the whole array of the left, the big tech, the entertainment, education. People have had enough. COVID just kind of brought it to the surface because remember, there were reports when people were starting to do Zoom that, oh, you know what? We don't want your parents to sit in and watch. We don't want them to know what you're teaching your kids. Are you kidding me? So these lessons get out. These Zoom calls are recorded. And that's the other thing. Now there's more video evidence of these teachers spewing this left-wing rhetoric. We've got it on tape. We've got the evidence right there. So yeah, I think when people had the choice and start educating at home, that also gave them the opportunity to say, hey, what other options are out there? And I do think it's a move in the right direction. and it is a chipping away of the power of the teachers union.
Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me, like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me. Thanks.